welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of January 6th through the 12th. The card that we've pulled to represent the energy of this week is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is a calling out to embrace our Spock-like energy this week. Instead of letting yourself get caught up in your emotions and what your heart wants, this is really a week to take a break from your emotional self, which personally I feel like sounds like a great vacation. It is a week to embrace your intellect, embrace your ability to learn, to observe, and to get curious about the path that you are on. It's time to retreat into our logical planning stage of things. We've gone through the new year, maybe set a few resolutions and intentions based on what our heart wants. And this is a week to really start to tap into the logic and the practicality behind those goals. And it's also a time to take a step back from any situations that feel a little emotionally befuddling. If you have some hopes or dreams that are very emotionally charged, that feel a little stalled right now, take a break and really find ways to enrich your mind. Read a new book. Watch a documentary. Do something that's going to intellectually stimulate you in order to allow yourself a vacation from all of those emotions. Any decisions that are made this week should be really made from a standpoint of, this is what I know. It's a game that I like to play with myself often because I tend to get wrapped up in my emotions when making decisions. And so whenever I find myself sort of getting too far off into a tangent on how I feel about a situation, I sit down with a notebook or journal and I list out the things that I know for a fact about the situation. Not how I feel, not how anyone else in the situation feels, but just observations from a more scientific standpoint. So if you were to look at your situation as if you were studying it as a scientist in a lab, what are your observations? What are the things that you can see with your eyes or test and prove to be either true or false? And the wonderful part about it is that a lot of times, even though it may not feel like it, our heart and our mind are connected. So just because you are taking a break from listening to your heart this week doesn't mean that your heart isn't going to get what it wants. It's just a time of emotional confusion right now, and your heart is not making the best decisions. So really, your mind is your salvation in this situation. It is saving you from yourself, because sometimes our emotions can get a little carried away. So by looking at the facts and evaluating exactly what is happening right now, that is how you are going to ultimately reach the goal that your heart wants. It just may not be right this second.
Clap along, clap, clap along.
If you would like a little assistance in your logical planning of this next year, you can always head over to michellesheawalker.com and order a personal reading based on your current situation.